Good lord. That is awful.
That's a melee attack.
Hi, welcome to How to D&D. My name's Frederick Weller. Today I'm going to discuss and review Monster Menagerie, the new miniatures series from Icons of the Realms. That is the miniatures made by Wizkids. This is going to be quite a long video, I think about 25 minutes. I've asked for assistance. I've got John Shackle, he has a much better selection than I do. I do apologise for the length of this video though. No unboxing involved, we will go through them as quickly as we can. Alright, so the first one is the Fairy Dragon, isn't it?
Yep, Fairy Dragon.
And I'm not going to bother bringing it closer to the camera. You can see it's small.
It's so pretty.
It's blue and red and it's small.
Yep.
And if I bring it close to the camera, it'll just go all foggy. So it'll just go out of focus. What else?
Next is the Imp for the evil familiars.
Evil familiar, yep. Now, the Imp's quite cool, isn't it?
Oh yeah. The one thing I like about this base is a lot of the earlier stuff had a lot of thin plastic. This one actually looks like it's going to hold a lot better.
It's easy to mount because it's already mounted.
Yeah.
Alright.
Will-o-wisps.
The Will-o-the-Wisp. I've never seen a miniature that was a Will-o-the-Wisp. This is the first time for me. It's cool.
Yep. Giant fire beetle.
Giant fire beetle, which equates to being a small miniature. I'd be more impressed if the giant fire beetle was the size of a truck, personally. But there it is. You can see its backside. That's the side you really wanted to see anyway. And the front. Okay.
Alright. Jared Stormforge, please. Pronunciation's probably a bit off.
Stormforge, yep. Stormforge is there. Stormforge is...
from Sword Coast Legends.
Oh, okay. Basically a what?
Dwarf.
Dwarf guy?
Female.
I should have guessed. I noticed those
Yeah.
the breast plates and the
Larathar Gondrin.
Larathar Gondrin. Yes. So what? Gondrin is basically just a guy, right? Dwarf.
Yeah, dwarf. Like I said, I've only just recently started Legends, so that's as much as I can tell you about that.
Yeah.
Spectre.
The Spectre. Right. Well, I kind of like the Spectre. Reminds me of Slimer from the Ghostbusters. And he's got a little head poking out, a couple of little arms, and the back is just a blobby thing. But I think you get the gist of it. It's a Spectre.
Good old new Strahd zombies.
What I like about this miniature is one of the arms are on the ground and it looks like it's probably wiggling around.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So, and there it is, the back of it.
The wolf. Yay.
Hard to get wolves in any kind of set, really.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if you can necessarily see it particularly well, but there's the basic.
Like I said, I'm definitely collecting a bunch of those in case I have druids.
Alright,
the next one. The Mummy.
Mummy. Always, never go anywhere without your mummy.
Unfortunately, I wish they would do a daddy.
Yeah. Alright. It's not bad. I kind of, it's kind of emaciated, which I suppose that's what it should be.
Yeah. Dryad.
Dryad.
I do think that they could have done a little bit of a better paint job on this one, but that's just me.
Well, they could be doing a lot of better job on all of these, really. They are basically mass-produced.
Oh, yeah.
A standard
yeah, but
pre-painted.
I do find that these ones seem to be a little better, but that one just seems to be green on green.
You have to get really close to actually figure out that it's a woman.
Oh, yeah.
And that she's got hair, and it almost looks a bit like the Spectre.
Skeleton! Good old favourite for clerics.
I have so many skeletons, don't need any more of them, really. Not unless you want to face 500 of them. And the back end. But yeah, it's a good miniature. They are a little bit flexy, aren't they? Like the old ones, which is good.
And the good old classic orc.
Yes, you only need, what, another 12 of those and you're all ready to go for Mine of Foundelva. He's got an axe. which of course is exactly what you want them to have, since that's what's on the stat block.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, one at walk. Alright, we're moving on. That's all the commons done.
Yeah, now on to the uncommons.
Oh.
Now this one I haven't seen very many of, but I have to say this is one of the best ones I've seen. The Mimic.
Now, I love mimics. John probably knows about my desire to use mimics. I'm trying not to, since I did them, sort of overdone them recently. But this is pretty good. Its tongue's poking out, and it's got eyes, and really, if you're going to get a miniature and it's going to be a mimic, that's the one to have. That's awesome.
Okay, Satire is the next.
And truthfully, I couldn't care less for this miniature myself. It's alright. Nothing particularly spectacular about it, but yeah, there it is.
Alright, now one from the Outer Planes, the Githyanki Warrior. See, now I'm actually surprised they threw this in here, because you don't see a lot of the Outer Planes miniatures unless you're actually playing something that's out there.
Well, I don't understand why it's there at all.
Supposedly from a couple of the previous expeditions that AL have put out, there's a couple of fights that have them in there. So.
Alright.
The Merfolk.
The Merfolk. Now, I'm glad they made this and put this in here, because I was kind of wanting Merfolk or Mermen or Myrmidons or whatever the heck they're called. I still have this really strong desire to put a Megalodon in, yeah, and yeah.
Quick, everyone, divert their eyes. You don't want to be looking at this.
Okay.
The Medusa.
Medusa's pretty good.
No, Fred, I think you're turning to stone there.
No, that's somebody else. What's the back end like? Well, it's not too bad. It's not a terrible paint job. It actually looks like they've kind of stayed within the lines.
Yeah. Okay. Going with Undead again. The Ghost.
The Ghost. Absolutely. Let's have a Ghost. Of course, you're not going to see it for very long before it possesses you. But that's a good miniature. Yeah.
Alright, now we have Bryn Lightfingers.
What's the deal with Bryn Lightfingers?
She is also from Sword Coast Legends. Can't really say too much because all I know is her name at the moment, so I can't really say too much.
Okay, alright. So she's got a bow on the back there, got a little sword, far too much hair, but yeah.
No, she's a halfling, so.
Yep, that's alright.
Alright, and going with another Sword Coast Legends character, Hommit Shaw. He is a necromancer. He's a bit of a wussy wizard, from what I can gather, but he seems pretty cool from what I've seen of him so far.
He's got a little book out and a stick. I don't know what the stick's all about, but
it's one of his actual items that he starts off with. It's a personalised weapon.
a personalised weapon is a stick.
It's a staff.
Oh, okay, alright.
Alright, going back to Undead, now one of the more powerful ones, Vampire.
Well, anybody running Curse of Strahd's going to need a vampire, and they're not very easy to get, so it's good to have one around. So, the paint job on that is got a terrible face.
And even better, it's not sparkling.
Yeah.
But also with the theme of sparkling, werewolves.
Come
Gotta
on.
have one without the other.
Yeah, no sparkling werewolves. Yeah, no, it's pretty good. I like that. The old one that I've got is pretty good too, but this is I don't know what it is. What's the deal with chest out, arms to the side sort of deal?
I don't know. Maybe they're going with the whole "come at me, bro" theme.
All
right, the next one, Illida Meth. Sorry, I'm not.
Yeah,
gonna pronounce
too
this one.
hard. Got
It's
a
not what you
name.
expect.
Yeah, but it's you're getting to see it. She's got a bow. She's got a cloak, and apparently wearing some armor. Probably actually looks functional too, surprisingly.
Yeah, funnily enough, she's supposedly meant to be a cleric, another Sword Coast Legends person.
So a cleric.
Yes, but with elf with a bow, so you know.
Well, I suppose why not? Yeah.
Alright, good old Displacer Beasts. Very
Oh.
rare miniature I've seen.
Do you know, I really want to get one of these, but I haven't been able to get one yet. I'm still looking, still looking.
Yeah, if I can have a spare one, I probably could swap it for you.
But that's awesome. It's kind of hard to see with the base, but yep, there it is.
Well, it's hard to hit as well, so...
Yeah, that is an awesome miniature. It's carved really nicely. You don't have to worry about the paint job because it's all black.
Alright, Swarm of Bats.
Well, everybody needs a swarm of bats. And if you're running Curse of Strahd, you're probably going to be facing lots of those.
Yep. Personally, I think they could have maybe have designed this a little better, but that's just me.
I'm inclined to agree. I'm not terribly impressed. But fine, we've got a swarm of bats.
Alright, and now going with some interesting Deadpool related items, the unicorn!
Yep, the unicorn. I already got a unicorn, and it's probably better than this particular miniature from the old one.
Some of the older miniatures, if they've redone, are a bit better, but I mean, this one's got a yellow mane and a yellow horn, so hey.
And if you're really wanting to have an adventure with a unicorn in it, I don't know, obviously, hopefully it's not going to be kill the unicorn. It sounds pretty bad.
No. Alright, now, another one that's come at me, bro. The Yeti!
Yeah, no, his crotch is pointing far too much towards us. But it's still a cool miniature. The sculpt in the top in particular, even if the pose is a bit unusual. And paint job's actually not bad. Although it is pretty much just white. But yeah, no, I like that miniature. That's awesome. I was hoping I'd get one. You know how I feel about Yetis. I have a recurring NPC that is a Yeti.
Yes. Now, personal favourite of this set, the gelatinous cube.
Is it easy to actually pull apart, or is it a bit of a problem?
It is easy to pull apart if you know how to do it.
Thank you. Did you just prep that for me so that I...
Oh, yeah.
Thank you,
so
otherwise...
Yes, the good thing about this is you can actually put in a miniature in there, and then you can kind of hide them in the actual cube.
Yeah. The only hassle that I have with this is it's a large creature, and if I had the opportunity, I would have 4 characters stuck in that baby.
Well, that's why you have more than one cube, because in that way you can pile them all together.
Yeah, and if you're going to use one, why not use 2 or 3?
Okay, and horsey theme, centaur.
Yeah, I'd seen this and I wasn't actually very impressed, but now that I see it up close, I kind of like it more. It's a little bit weird in the top half of the torso though. What's going on there?
Yeah, kind of like mini torso man with a decent horse.
Well, it's just that Mr. Torso Man looks a little bit like Arnold Schwarzenegger. Is those breasts or those pecs? It's the only thing I'd say. But yeah.
Man pecs.
Man pecs.
Okay, and here we go. Another classic from some of the previous sets, the Boulette.
The Boulette. This is, I have to say, I was really excited about the Boulette. But now that I see the size of this, and I think about what I've got, and my old Boulette is much better.
Oh yeah, this is a baby Boulette, as we called it.
And if I had this, I would be inclined to probably throw a pack of these at the party rather than like one.
Oh yeah.
Or I'd throw one of these at a low-level party. Well, actually, I'd probably
or a bunch of halflings.
Yeah. Although I'm inclined to throw anything at a low-level party anyway, but...
Alright, and the last of the uncommons, the Phase Spider.
I have 2 of these from the older packs, and this particular spider is actually better, in my opinion. It doesn't have the web, but I'm actually glad that it doesn't have the web. I would say that is a pretty awesome spider. And, yeah, that's great.
Okay, now we're on to the rares. Unfortunately, we do not have all the rares here, because as much as we love the rares, they're not as easy to come by. So the first one would be the Invisible Stalker. Invisible.
As you can see, it's completely invisible and you cannot actually view it. Can I just say, anybody who makes a miniature and calls it the Invisible Stalker and thinks that a Dungeon Master is going to stick it on their table for the players to actually see its position is out of their mind. Because I've done this before, made the error of putting a miniature to represent the invisible, and I'm saying, please don't metagame. None of them none of them don't metagame. They go straight for it. Oh, but I thought I could see it. I thought Dada said no, you can't. Oh, well, I'm gonna sort of lay my area spell in about the corner of that room. And I said, but you don't even know it's over there. Oh, but I'm just guessing. No. Terrible miniature. Glad we don't have it. Moving on.
We have the Enris. I'm assuming it's some kind of holy angel person.
Yep, it probably is, and I haven't. I saw the picture of it, and now that I see it up close, I have to say, it's awesome.
Oh yeah.
I wish there were like 20 of these things, because I can just see them flying in and causing total strife. Awesome miniature.
Alright, next. Second most powerfulest undead ever, the Lich.
The Lich, I don't think I've actually used a Lich in a game yet, but now that I have this thing, it's probably going to happen.
The other party, whoever has to deal with one of them.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on behind it. What's the deal with that?
Arcane power, probably.
Alright, but it's a cool miniature, I have to say.
Alright, going with demons, the Succubi, or Succubus.
Alright, she's hot, she's dangerous, you're probably going to have some problems with her, and that includes assembling her too.
Oh yeah.
John spent a while trying to put her together. Alright, so yep, that's a pretty good miniature, apart from the assembly side, and actually painted pretty well.
Alright, now, Death Knight.
So what's the Death Knight that's really famous? Is it Sloth or Soth or Sloth? I can't remember.
But yeah, you know, that's going back a few generations on that one. I would have to look that one up.
I've had only a little bit of a look at that miniature, and I have to say it's a pretty good paint job, and it's a good miniature too. The sculptor's nice.
Alright, going with Curse of Strahd again, you have Esmeralda. Dievna.
Alright. Well, it's alright.
Vampire Hunter.
Vampire Hunter, obviously a dual wielder. And what is the deal? Do they paint the more rare items slightly better than
I think they do.
Because she seems to be a theme going on there. That's quite cool though.
Alright, and now going back to an old classic, the Rashisha.
Yep. Never used one of these.
People.
That's a really nice miniature, and the paint job, I don't know whether that's by accident or deliberate, but it actually looks pretty good.
Oh yeah.
In the head. Got the pipe.
Alright, another one unfortunately we're missing, but he is a core favourite, is actual Strahd von Zanovich.
Yep.
The best vampire, you know, unkillable, rules a plane all to himself. What more to be said?
Yeah. Okay, we don't have him. Moving on.
Manticore! Aha!
Now,
we're at duels with this one.
John and one of my other friends likes this miniature. The fact that it's flying is great, but I don't know what it is about this miniature. I kind of feel like its face puts me off a little bit.
I agree with that. I mean, I think it's a really good miniature, but that actual face is just weird.
It's goofy. But in any case,
Again,
Manticores are hard to get, so, you know,
yeah.
grab
And another one
Manticore.
that's kind of saying, screams at me, come at me, because, you know, his arms and that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Alright. Next one. Umber Hulk.
Yes. I was really lucky to pick this up. It was just dumb luck. It's a pretty good Umber Hulk. I've already got one from the older pack, and this is better, in my opinion, just because it's just a paint job, colour scheme mostly,
Yeah.
and its actual sort of sculpt is, I would say, a little bit more interesting. So yeah, if you can get it, it's awesome.
Yep. Alright, and the Minotaur.
Okay, Mr. Minotaur, what do we got? He's got an axe. I'm not really particularly happy with this Minotaur because it's a large creature on a large base and it looks small.
It's a baby Minotaur.
It's a stunted Minotaur. But yeah, I know, well, if you need a Minotaur, at least you can get one and it's not going to cost you a fortune now. You just got to buy, what, how many bricks did you have to buy to get it?
Actually, that came in my third pack, so as I said, sometimes I'm lucky with my pack, sometimes I get multiple copies of random stuff I don't need. And the last rare, unfortunately we don't have, is the young Remores, the lightning dragon.
Yeah, the centipede creature.
Yeah.
Alright, sorry about that.
Hang on, just to prove a point. The one on the box, but we don't have.
You can't see it because you'd have to go further down to be able to see. Yeah, right, this thing we don't have.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Alright, and then we go to the ultra rares, or the ones that seem to be pretty much...
Just stick them all out.
Stick them all out, yeah.
Because, you know, will anybody be able to figure out what they look like on camera? Probably not.
Probably not.
So we've got the Invisible Stride. You managed to pick that up.
Yeah, I got Visible Stride. A lot of people I know got the Invisible Stride, but not the normal Stride. And then we've got pretty much all of the humanoid people tend to usually be invisible because you know how the wizards love to cast invisibility on people. And then you've got, from what off the top of my head, you have the Fairy, you have an Imp, the Displacer Beast can also be invisible. The Phase Spider, I think, can be invisible. It's been a while since I've actually had to look at the invisibles.
Makes sense.
So.
It doesn't really matter. So we've got a couple of invisibles, and that's pretty much everything we've got. What's your opinion of this particular series?
I actually think that it's better than the last ones, just due to the manufacturing and how they're built. Paint jobs about par, maybe a little better for some of them. Yeah, that's pretty much my opinion.
All right. I was hoping for more monsters, but there's a lot of
with it being a monster menagerie. So
yeah, there seem to be an awful lot of non-monstery stuff in there, but that's cool. I'll be able to fill up some of the collection that I was after. I'm hoping to still get the Displacer Beast and some Yetis, or at least one. And since the Boulette's so small, a whole bunch of those would be nice.
Yep.
Okay, that's everything from me. If you found this video informative or helpful, please share, like and subscribe. I am aware that I made a video saying Monster Menagerie announcements, and I know a lot of people were quite disappointed that it was not a full review. I do apologise for that. Hopefully this makes up for it. Please leave a comment below if you have any questions about the miniatures series. And you know the deal. Till next time, keep rolling those 20s.
Oh, Frederick, I'm so sorry. Are you okay?
You know,